Okie dokie, here we go. Once again. How come we haven't gone viral yet? Don't know. Maybe there's a couple of more blockages there. And as you all know with the supernatural, I have no control of the supernatural, but I do know one thing. It is all here to help assist and guidance. And I do know it's all on our side. God's favour, God's grace, God's plan, God's glory, God's kingdom. And I am here before you as the Solar Jaguar Emperor. And I pulse intent, receptivity and enchant. And I do know for sure and absolute, the golden truth, it is the greatest mass awakening, unstoppable, inevitable, irreversible, unavoidable, because it is one big awakening. And glad to be here. 4-T, century, pursuit, truth, and it's all the golden truth. And I direct the unconditional divine love out to each and every one of you. And we are progressing. There might be people out there saying, oh geez, nothing's happening. Well, let me tell you, things are happening, and there's going to be many arrests, because I am capable of making big things happen. And what's happening behind the scenes with the white hats is astronomical. Benevolence. The benevolence is happening all over, and many things are happening, because there's a lot of weird, bizarre and just despicable things the evilness has been doing over the centuries. Now, you should all be aware now that it's been happening for the last 700 years. And yes, it's the prophecy of the covers that we shall return and the laurel will turn green again. Well, it's that point in the matter and now and presence. And so it begins and begins. And you'll come to your self-realization, because you'll be snapped out of your sleepiness or illusions. Because as I say in Matrix, that's why it all comes down to the numbers. Why I have 11, 22 and 33 as the enlightenment triangle of enlightenment. Enlightenment. Tongue twisters, and a lot of things come in that try and block your thoughts. I notice that's starting to happen on a lot of the populace now. Brain fog, it's called brain fog, but that's because of all the chemtrails and everything that's been, so much badness has been put on, forced onto us. And as I say, I don't force anything on you. I just become who I am and aware who I am. And it's all about pushing that reset button, reformat it all, reboot the whole system. And that's your politicians, the whole system, the whole process, bureaucrats. And we put it all in production again, and we produce. And I only want the good men and the good women to build from the foundations up again in our brave and courageous new world, with honour, integrity, and honouring our ancestors' spirits. Respect your elders. You know, there's a 60-year-old on that bus, that young one, get up and ask if he would like a seat. Simple things in life are the most free in life. For now, you can go up the beach. But sooner or later, and these evil ones will do everything that they can to make life miserable and hard for you guys. So I mean, they'll introduce a TV license, a beach license, everything you do, a bush license. Well, they more or less do that now because you've got to get a national parks permit, haven't you? That just comes under different names, permit and mandate. Don't forget the mandate they put on humanity with that COVID-19. And that is all being produced as facts, that it was produced by the likes of Bill Gates and his cronies and gangsters and criminals to cull the human being populace. And that includes me and you guys. I don't know why there isn't been more arrests now, because all these is facts now. And this is what happens with the wealth. The wealth pays their fiction legals to defer things, and it's deferring it for 10, 20 years. Come on, wake up. It's time to wake up and actualise all this and arrest all these crony, evil bastards. They're bastards. They're all got to go down in a ball of flame through that fire and brimstone and back to Lucifer. And we have facts now. We have facts. No longer conspiracies, because they're theories. And those theories are facts. The golden truth. And why have we let it sit now with the Epstein files and so forth, and why only 30%? You've got to question people in the FBI with that wealth too. They're being either paid off, they're a part of the evilness, or they're just blind on what is going on around them. In that case, they shouldn't even be in the FBI or our ASIO here. I only want good men and good women. You embrace it, be aware of it, adaptability, and we actualise everything, and we start arresting these evil ones. More arrests. Don't want things to fester for 10, 20 years. That wealth has got to stop. It's not the new wealth order. It's the new spiritual, natural nature order of things, how it all works. And that is why I sit before you now, that I can trace my DNA, which is incorruptible. Can't corrupt it. If you guys don't believe it, I'll just take another DNA test. As I said, hidden things, good and bad, are going to be unveiled. I want more and more good to be unveiled, and I want more and more of this badness to be arrested and taken care of. So us, good men and good women, can get along with our lives in peace, harmony, and good vibrations and high frequencies and joyness and happiness. Beautiful, wonderful and fantastic, and loving it and living it. As I say now, look at Earth now. Is that just another illusion, a name they made up too with this evilness? Or some call them fallen angels, because they're doing bizarre things, aren't they, when they come to that basketball and stuff like that, flying through the air and all that stuff. You think, well, that's just impossible. Well, it is impossible unless you've got some kind of superkinetic field around you. But they use it for the wrong reasons. And you got to use all that for the right reasons. As I say, that is why I can trace it back. I've done another, well, that's about 5 pages, but I'll just set a little bit. The Declaration of Natural Right of Passage. It's your right of passage. And you reset, and you just moving back to where you originally were in your last past life. Remember and remember your past lives. And that can come through as deja vu and so forth. And getting up in your meditation, opening up all your chakras are receiving and transmitting. And your crown chakra, receiving all that goodness, the golden light, the golden truth. And that's why I push that out through all my chakras and direct that out to you guys, the golden truth. And the archive presents a trifile biological profile that combines a unique 111 marker, 111 marker, Y DNA signature, the haplogroup R-SRY2627. You all know that group now. And his foundational maternal mitochondrial DNA haplogroup H1e1a plus 3745. And a rare uniform formally wide A negative blood group distribution. This physical evidence isolates our ancestral footprint to the specific Atlantic and Celtic corridors of Western Europe, providing an unforgettable biological record of our blood region of the blood lineage. And we move forward under our family's historical rallying cry, Spes meo Dios, God is my hope, with the clear purpose of pushing past the illusions of the past to build a secure, transparent and stable reality for the living souls of this beautiful, beautiful Gaia, goddess Gaia, as you formerly know as Earth. But we are getting to the bottom of a lot of stuff. As I say, the Scorpion, me Dragon, and Antares. The Royal Star Antares, it draws out Pluto, life, death, rebirth, transformation, reformation and restoration. And this is what I'm just reforming back to who I was, and as it is, and how it is. And because you know why? Because it's all in the know and knowing. Now and knowing. And because yous are in the knowing now, that's all there is to know. Awareness. Actualise it. As I say, your self-realisation. In this civilization, we have stabilisation, and then a beautifulisation. Beautifulisation. Going to get into a card reading now. And as I say, this is how it's all meant to be. You follow whoever's been here the longest with a 1,000,000% assurance to the populace. No porkies, no lies, no deceptions, no illusions. Out with the old, in with the new. Because the old has never served us, and it never will serve us, because it's dark. Well, it is, it's darkness. I live in the darkness, the corridors of darkness. These critters, creatures, monsters, and demons. And as I say, performing their satanic evil rituals to summon more demons. It's got to stop ASAP by my command. Protector of the faithful and defender of the kingdom. Angel Oracle cards. let's begin. As above, so below. Okay, so we're progressing. And when we go viral, and I get many supporters, loyalists, knights, allies, allegiances, friends, companions, brothers, sisters, fathers and mothers. And that's all about respecting each other and honouring. Honour is established through ancestry. And without the fathers of the fathers of the fathers and the mothers of the mothers, would we be here? No, we wouldn't be. And that's why all those indigenous races all over the world were wiped out, because there was a threat with our spirituality with the Vatican. The Vatican saw us as a threat with our pure golden light, spiritual energies, magnetic, energetic, and charismatic energy all around us. That's why we are a threat and have been a threat to the Vatican. So they turned around and had inquisitions, and I tell you what, that torture system with the Inquisition, and they used monks to torture. So I guess if there's punching bloody nails in you and putting you on a wheel and stretching your back with your arms and legs tied, and then hitting you with a sledgehammer, breaking your arms and elbows and legs and knees, you're going to confess to anything, aren't you? Just to stop that torture. What a lot of freaking bull dust to get the truth out of someone. And it's not the truth. It's not the golden truth. It's torturing people just to say what they want them to say because of the torture to stop that pain, the pain. And then when they got what they wanted out of them, if a lucky quick death, they put the sledgehammer your stomach. So it was a quick death. Otherwise, they'd just leave you on that wheel and let you slowly die. And another thing with Joan of Arc and so forth, betrayal. I will not, betrayal and treachery. It's like hate. Those three words, they all go together. And I don't use the word hate lightly because I don't like it. But as I say, there's mercy too. There's mercy where it's warranted. But a lot of these things are entities, evil entities, abiding to the Vatican with the evilness there. And this is all documented. You can go back and research the Inquisition and stuff like that. Going after the Cathars or Cathars and the Templars. And only because the Templars had the money at the time, they wanted the wealth. You can see it. It's all now written in the past, and it's all been unearthed on what these evil creatures, monsters and demons have done. They've burnt all the facts and all the golden truth, burnt all that paperwork, so you couldn't discover the truth. And then they made up their fictional books, fiction books, fiction laws, fiction legals. Everything's fiction and illusions. And now I'm here, and now I'm present to unearth all this, bring it all to light, the golden light with the golden truth. And as I say, I keep directing the golden truth and the golden light out to you guys, and with the golden unconditional divine love. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Abracadabra. All this evilness, it's gone on far too long, and there's proof now, there's proof there, proof in the pudding, as we say, what they have done. Yet they use that wealth to hold up the judiciary process because it's fictional judiciary. It's fictional judges, fictional barristers, fictional solicitors. And not all, some are just greed and evil demons at the top. Your demons, as I said, that's their hierarchy. That's the hierarchy in there. You'll have your demons, then your monsters, and then your creatures and critters, and then you'll have humans, unfortunately humans, that want to be like them. So they'll serve that evilness. Bad. So we go up, this is what I'm after. I'm after all that evilness. I'm after all those creatures, monsters and demons. That's who we're after. And we hold them accountable for their actions which have those grave consequences. And we hold them accountable for those consequences, and we have justice with a capital J, and hand them over, or Lucifer will just take them back through the fire and brimstone. So as I say, as good folks, our good men and good women here, can have peace, harmony, and live in our lives, and love in our lives, which we already do, but you know, it's very hard to do when you got all this evil noise around you and evil distractions, because that leads to destruction, because that's what they're doing. But we've got to dismantle all this evilness, and that takes time. But we're in the timelessness now. Intent, pulse, receptivity, and enchanting, because it's the greatest mass awakening, unstoppable, inevitable, irreversible, and unavoidable. And as we unveil all this evilness, your eyes become clearer with clarity and coherence. And you go, gee, wow, how long has this been happening for? 700 years, just told you that. Okay? Step up into the program, be reprogrammed, be re-educated, because as I say, as the Solar Jaguar Emperor, it is not your fault, because if you don't know, you don't know. And this is why I inform and communicate with you guys, updating you with all these codes. And it's in your DNA. It's in your DNA. As I said, you're being updated now. Updated with the pure golden information. There will be, and it won't be tolerated around here on this channel, disinformation, deception, illusions, smoke and mirrors will not be tolerated. And this is why, as I said, we go after all that. We smash it all down, and we destroy it and dismantle all their evilness, all their evilness ways and evil ways that they do. And we hold them accountable for those actions. And that's why there's going to be many, many arrests, because it's a vast network of evilness. They're in high places. We've got to dismantle a whole lot of it. And as I said, that wealth pays for their fiction legalists and fiction judiciary. I've seen it. I've seen it over my time, last 40 years. You get a blue-collar worker, he'll steal $100 from the tin, the petty cash, and he'll be locked up for 12 months for that $10 or $100, whatever he takes. Mate, I've seen white-collar workers siphon off millions and millions of dollars, and they're lucky they get charged. They'll just get transferred, and they'll become a CEO that you won't know about if you track them all and trace them all on what these ones, when they get caught siphoning millions off, you'll find that they just get transferred into another company, because it's all linked up. It's all linked up with their evil network. And as I said, I've seen that with my own eyes, doing security, armed security in the last, since 1989. All right, so what do we have? 0, 11, 11. 11, your master number, messenger from the divine, and I am the divine in me. The divine is in me through the Holy Spirit as the Solar Jaguar Emperor, and directing the unconditional divine love out to you guys. Now, 0, 11, 1, 1, 0, illuminating the path of righteousness for you guys. Go after what you want, unique, destiny, inspiration, talents, gifts, appreciation and gratitude. Appreciation and gratitude. You're blessed with talents and skills that makes it easy for you to stand out from the crowd. Embrace what makes you different. That's your path to success. Your dreams will soon come true. God's glory. And it's God's plan and God's kingdom. What have we got now? Oh, hey, limitless potential. 0, 0, 0, 0. Starting again, all about push the button, resetting the button, reset it, reformat it, and then reboot it. Just let it all come again and just let nature naturally correct itself. And as I said, I just sit here re-stepping and aligning to my purpose and mission through my rebirth. It serves as a timely reminder. Reset. It's reset. Relaxation, unknown, surrender, finish line, success, victory. And why? Because we are conquerors. We are conquerors. Because it's the greatest mass awakening, unstoppable, inevitable, irreversible, unavoidable. And awake many more to these illusions, and being aware and seeing is believing on what these imposters, fraud, impersonators, pretenders have been doing for the last 700 years with their fictional production, isn't it? And hoodwinking and blindfolding the people. Your blindfold's been cast aside. You are seeing now with your own eyes and saying what you're seeing. Speech creates speech. Limitless potential, reset, relaxation, unknown, surrender, and finish line, success and victory. 4-T, sanctuary, pursuit, truth. Now there's another sign for that too, isn't it? Victory, because we are conquerors. It serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished. If you can dream it, there is no reason you can't make it a reality. If something is in the possession of another person, it's also available to you or us, everybody. So try to remain calm. What's meant for you won't pass you by. Let go of tension and relax. What was stolen from us many moons ago shall return to us. And it's all happening with the synchronicities, the symbols and the signs. And as I say, have enthusiasm, confidence and courage, but don't overdo things. All centering oneself, balance and grounding yourself on Mother Goddess Gaia, which we know as Earth. But as I said, as these veils come down, well, the curtain goes up, you'll see all sorts of weird, bizarre and horrible and golden truth, the golden truth things. And it's all about of dealing and coping with that kind of stuff, because everyone's got a purpose and a mission here. You've just got to arise to your natural, authentic self. And there's the unit initiation. Welcome to the initiation. The initiation of the golden truth and the golden light. And as we produce, we have prosperity within our production. Because it has purpose. And it becomes personal to a lot of us. But as we all work together in unity, with your self-realization, rebuilding from the foundations up again, our civilization, then we have a stabilization. And as I say, it turns into a beautifulization. 111, 1111. And through your initiation, through your intuition, moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realization, taking action, unconditional divine love. Unconditional, directing out to each and every one of you. Divine love. And we have harmony, and the higher vibrations, higher frequencies. Time to implement long-cherished ideas. Piss off these evilness ideals. Look at their ideology. It's evil. They're evil ideas and evil ideology. They don't serve you anything. They serve themselves. Got to get rid of that evilness ASAP. The right people, circumstances and resources have been sent your way. Happiness and new opportunities are at hand. And trust in the process. Trust in the process. Trust in the process. Now, we know the universe communicating with us. We know the Most High is resetting the whole system, and we're going to reset it, reformat it, and reboot it. And we know through my master, or it's my destiny master number 11, and that he's making and creating the right path and illuminating that correct path of righteousness for everybody to walk upon. Love, peace and harmony. As I intent, pulse, receptivity and enchant the masses. Enchanting the masses. And the right, the golden right way. The righteous right way. As I say, if you see that sign pops up in front of you like this and say, stop, you're going the wrong way. Listen to that sign and get on the right path of righteousness. You see that sign? You turn around and go back and do things again until you get it right and do it right. And then get on the right path of righteousness that I am illuminating for you guys to make it easier. As I say, I'm here to do that hard work. You guys, as I say, it's easier to follow than to be a leader. And I am a natural born leader. Natural born leader makes a difference. And check it all out through the DNA. It cannot lie. Not like their fictional paperwork they're putting before you. It's a lot of freaking hogwash. Because it's fictional. They fabricated that synthetic paperwork for you guys to believe, but they controlled the narrative all the way through until probably the 20th century now. And now we have our own authors, our own authenticity narratives of all authenticity through the true, righteous, golden light beings of authenticity. The real deal, the real deal. No more lies, no more deceptions, no more of that hocus pocus evilness, because we wipe it out once and for all, and we arrest them all, and they'll be charged accordingly on what they've done, all individually into the court of the golden realm. And there is no mucking around, there is no toying. It's fair dinkum. We're being fair dinkum, and it is serious. Serious. Doesn't get much more serious than what we're doing. And being aware of that collective consciousness. Alright, what do we have? I knew the hangman would come out because a lot of them are going to be strung up. 12, the hangman, which is the 3 Pisces and Neptune. Now we have sacrifice, devotion, contentment with the status quo. All about the status quo too, isn't it? When the hangman is reversed, I knew it'd sort of go a little bit darker, because when you start talking about this evilness and so forth, they have their ways and means, but we're a lot more stronger. We're so more stronger. Heaps more stronger. Because we have strength, we have honour, we have dedication, we have courage, bravery. Did I say integrity? And we put up our defences when we have to. And we attack when we have to. As I said, not too sure how the supernatural works, but I know for a fact the supernatural is with us guys. The good men and the good women. And the Most High himself. With the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Most High. We're in the Most High's grace and favour. As I say, we're going in the right direction. And as I said, you see that same signpost in front of you? Stop, you're going the wrong way. Yes, you're going the wrong way. Turn around, go back, and do things the right way. It's all about one's performance, isn't it? Yep, the 2 of Cups, the 3rd eye. Hangman doesn't seem to have any chakra. Oh yeah, it's the 3rd eye. The 3rd eye seeing through these illusions. Your 3rd eye seeing through the illusions of evilness. Time gets away, doesn't it? The world, what do we have now? And the 9. Did we have the 9 before? I'm going to shuffle these cards again and see what comes out. So we got the 3rd eye, grounded on the Mother Goddess Gaia, throat chakra, up the sacral chakra. Sacral is the Wheel of Fortune, and so is the 9 of Pentacles. So two sacral, two third eye, and your root chakra. How good's that? Doesn't get much more better, huh? Suppose it could be a lot worse, huh? Okay, what's this one? The King of Cups, the King of Cups. And that's your third eye again. So your third eye is a beginning, which is a great thing, because you're starting to see through all this darkness and seeing who these creatures and critters and monsters and demons that have been doing for the last 700 years, to all of us, Enough is enough, as we say. When we go forth, we forge ahead and we arrest all them. They all get arrested. And as we speak, and to my knowledge, a lot of them are being arrested. A lot. Because we got to make it safe. Got to make it safe. Now, the more and more that I draw in and create through speech, because our reality, this is our reality and our realm and our timeline, the timeline of the Solar Jaguar Emperor, speaking the golden truth and directing his golden unconditional divine love out to each and every one of you guys and girls, because only good men and good women. Now the hangman we done, hangman, they're going to get, this evilness is going to get their just desserts. Okay, so don't worry, don't stress, don't panic, because I take that all in. That's my job to do all that. You guys, I put out my unconditional divine love, and it's all about peace and happiness and harmony, isn't it? Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune, because you got to be spiritually prepared. It's all about preparation, prepping oneself to this upper enlightenment. And this is why Triangle of Enlightenment 11, 22, 33, because I am capable of making big things happen. And some newcomers might ask why. Now, all the ones that have been following me, I've been saying, why are you asking why yet why again? Because this all should be in the now and knowing and be aware and adapting to your surroundings and your responsibilities. But I'll let you know, because it's the greatest mass awakening. Unstoppable, inevitable, irreversible, unavoidable, awake, rise and shine, abracadabra. Now if I get another 2, 3 or 4 or 5, fine, more the merrier, more the merrier. Wheel of Fortune, related to luck, influenced by changing external circumstances, as above, so below. And don't be beside yourselves. It's very unnerving and nerve-wracking, but just go with the golden current, the flow. And don't let these dark ones dangle the carrot in front of you all the time. Don't fall for that crap anymore. The appearance of the Wheel of Fortune is an opportunity to accept the flow of events, to have a new opportunity, a lucky beginning, a better situation, and the coming of the God of luck. Sacral chakra, third eye chakra again, third eye. The Two of Cups is often strongly associated with love, denoting the distilled and mutually complementary effects of true and lasting love. And that's sitting against each other and saying to each other how beautiful you guys are to each other. We are all a miracle. God bless every single one of us. And with the most high, unconditional, divine love flowing out to each and every one of us. Mary, Sue, Tracy, Julie, Melissa, David, Stephen, George, Tony, Anthony, which is usually short, isn't it? Tony for Anthony. And loving it and living it, and everyone else that I haven't mentioned. Don't be left out because I didn't say a name, because there's many, many names, isn't there? Love and appreciation and gratitude for every single day, because we have the world, we have this beautiful Mother Goddess Gaia to integrate with. Everything's integration and connecting in our matrix. That's why it's all numbers and patterns. And seeing is believing. And I am the real deal. Okay, so the final consummation. Yes, 21, which is the 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay, so the world is the state of perfection, the realization and implementation of ideals or significant success and happiness. Why does it keep coming up? Because it's the greatest mass awakening. Unstoppable, inevitable, irreversible, unavoidable. Wake up. 1 and all. 5, 6, 10, 20, 30, masses arise, abracadabra. Let's get this viral. Let's get it in the many of the populace, in the now and present. A wish coming true. Now we have the 2 of Cups, it's the King of Cups. The King of Cups. See? That brightens your day, doesn't it? The King of Cups. The King of Cups represents energy, combining power, passion and commitment without words. Strong intuition is a force to be reckoned with. A force to be reckoned with. Too right. And indeed it is. And we have many helpers, supporters and assistants with us. Sacral chakra, that was the third eye chakra. Now, rich and isolated doing most things independently. We are together in this, we're all together and we're all united. The 9 of Pentacles suggests success, confidence, sufficient financial security, self-sufficiency, financial freedom and financial independence. Timelessness. Even timelessness gets away on you, doesn't it? Okay, what was on the bottom? Knight of Swords. And the next one we were going to draw was the Hermit. I am the beacon of light. Follow the light. Pretty simples. Self-explanatory. Keep things to the basics and the simplest forms we can do. So lots and lots have clarity and coherence out there. As I say, let it all flow in. That's your energy flowing in. As your energy flows in, we prosper with prosperity. Because you start waking up. Waking up to the evilness with the critters, creatures, monsters, and demons. And I thank you for that. For waking up. Wake up, rise and shine. Because it's time to reset. We have the universe with us. As the solar jaguar, emperor, illuminates the path of righteousness for you guys to step onto and step on up and step into your rightful, authentic places. As I have. Full of confidence, because you know exactly who you are. And I am who I am, and once you know who you am and why you're here, that's all that matters. That's all that matters in the matter. Because that's why it is unstoppable. Because you truly know who you are, and you truly just push out the golden truth. The golden truth and the golden light and the golden unconditional love to each and every one. Because it is. It's unstoppable, inevitable, irreversible and unavoidable. Enlightenment. And I encourage everybody to jump on board, because I have many still vacant seats, and there's going to be many more for the ones that wish to follow. Supporters are already there. They've already been there for eons. And me loyalists, me knights, me other nobles, me true nobles. And the true nobles, I know anyway, because that's just a gift I have. That's another one of many gifts I have. And if we're not too sure, well, guess what? It's that DNA blood test that proves once and for all who your authentic self is. That's fantastic, and we've only known this for the last 20 odd years. And the evil ones, well, they don't get a chance to do anything now. They can't. All they can do is dissolve, decay, and just disappear. But I don't want them to do that, because then we won't find them. We got to find them first before they do that, and wipe them out once and for all, so they can never ever come back and haunt us again. All right, so what do we have? Passion, plenty of passion. Understanding each other. And that's why, yes, with religion and so forth, it's another conquer and divide, isn't it? Left and right in politics, conquer and divide. You just got to open your eyes and see these, because as I said, it's all centre, and you balance everything. Everything's balanced. So the left and right, you balance that up, and you use whatever at your disposal, whatever you have to use. You'll have to use evil against evil, won't you? But you control that side in you. You control the bad in you. And then the good. You use good where needed, and you control the good. That's a balancing act. And you have to remain grounded, because you'll tilt. That's what the pendulum is. You don't want to tilt too far into the bad side, because then you'll start going bad. And you don't want that. You got to stay centered. And that's where your pure golden justice with a capital J comes from. And that's through our exploration. More exploration, more expanding with philosophers. That's why we're stagnating. Because this evilness killed all those philosophers. And our pure legalists, our golden light, they killed off, murdered, which is genocide. You cannot, as I say, that word didn't exist. We're slowly succeeding against this evilness. Because what they did way back in those centuries, wiping out townspeople. And they not only done that, they were wiping out Catholics too in that town. But because people were clinging to us, people were coming to us, because that's what the golden light serves. So that's what the golden light's purpose is. We draw you into that golden light and the golden truth. Okay, love and hugs, Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen. Bye for now.